welcome in, fellow noobs, to what is my quickest caps game ever. We've got some absolutely crazy cap decisions right here.
Are you serious?
And lots of really even crazier cap rolls, like you can see down here. But the other thing we're going to do in this video is go through my 3-step checklist on how to progress the game. Let's get into it. Fellow noobs, welcome in again. We are playing Capital Conquest on the classic map. Progressive, of course. Nobody plays fixed caps, surely. We are in the first position, as it so happens. And the first decision you want to make is, where does your cap go? Whenever there's blizzards, ask yourself what the blizzards do. In this case, the blizzards do very little. So generally speaking, you want to cap in Asia or the Middle East or Southern Europe or Northern Africa. That's kind of the main places that where you want to cap. Go and check out my caps guide on where to place your caps and how to play classic capitals on my channel.
Are you serious?
What you don't want to do is cap inside someone else. In fact, I've got a video titled "Don't Cap Inside a Choke Point," and you're going to see why in a minute. Usually, though, when the game plays out a little bit longer than this one did, you just get starved of cards as soon as your outside positions get taken. So please don't cap inside anybody else, even if it gets you a bonus early on. All right, so once you've got a cap, and again, I like these caps in the center of the board because they're much more difficult to card block. What you want to do is just get your cap as big as possible. Why? It's so people don't think twice about suiciding into your cap or trying to eliminate you or take your position. So you can see what all of my moves in the earlier game are about trying to get my cap as big as possible. Red, however, takes a different tune. And for those of you that are wondering, unfortunately, I didn't realize until quite some time through the game that I was covering Argentina. So please forgive me. Red's just taken Argentina, so it's a red territory now. So just keep that in mind, please. But red didn't increase their cap. Yeah, they trying to go for the bonus, rolling the 3v3, and of course losing. So they didn't add to their cap. They tried to go for a bonus, and as did purple. Purple's gone for a bonus. They knocked out a 4, and they've left themselves with a 5 cap. So they haven't applied the policy of trying to keep your cap as big as possible. And lo and behold, look what happens. He's slow rolling, which is pretty interesting. It's pretty lucky.
Hasta la vista, baby.
And the green cap falls. All right. Let's see what happens next. So green now only has 9 on 1 cap. Are they going to try and split it across the 2? Yes, they are. So you can see that they split it across the 2. And if you're wondering how I know what's going to happen next, yes, this is future noob. Past noob won the game so quickly that unfortunately he didn't realize his microphone wasn't working. Present noob's wondering why he's talking about himself in the third person. But let's move on really quickly. I'm just going to not refer to myself in the third person. So again, have a look at this. I'm bringing my troops back home, adding the rest to cap, bringing these guys on cap as well with the fortification, and I've got a 14 cap, which is huge. White does have a bigger cap at the moment, and I thought they might have been a pretty good player. You can see that they do the same as me for the first few turns, which is because there's nothing really else you can do. Sometimes the best thing to do is take a card and pass. And of course, now we see purple's decision as well not to wait for their cap to be big enough in order to take Australia. And orange rolls their cap. And even funnier, they leave their cyan or their outer cap a 1, which is kind of hilarious, really. Red bots after losing their cap. That's another sign of a newer player. If they just bot out at the first sign of trouble, please don't be one of those players. Keep trying until the end. You never know what might happen. The purple player who lost their cap, they just spend out all their troops. This is another sign of someone that's about to bot out. So again, another player that was unfortunately just about to, just once they get one punch in the face, then they're out of here. So anyway, green attacks my 4 in North America just then. I don't know if you saw it, right up there, which is a bit of an odd move. Again, it keeps their caps kind of weak. But there's no one really challenging them at the moment. Just remember that red is a bot. All right, here's my checklist. It's a simple 3-question checklist. Can I win? Can I kill? Can I improve? Now, it's too early to think about a cap run for reasons that I'll go through shortly. And players have only got 2 cards and no one's traded. So it's not worth eliminating anyone from a card's point of view or from a troop's point of view. So I'm asking myself the question, can I improve? Now, I do take this cap, but the question I'm trying to ask myself is, do I want to hold both caps? On a lot of other maps, it's a no-brainer. You hold both caps. But in this case, if I left troops on Siam, I'm pretty sure Orange would have eventually suicided into them at some point. So I don't want that kind of tension and pressure on my game. So I've just left myself with the India cap, which is also a much better late game cap. It's much harder to card block late game. And people, like some of these other players, they might want this amazing Australian country, of course, and they might come through and try and take it if I leave half my troops there with a 9-on-9. So rather than being the target of others, I've just left myself in one big cap at 18 troops. And that is how it's best to improve the game. The win condition for caps is to hold all the caps at once. Sometimes the best way to do it is just to hold one big cap until you're ready to take them all. So rather than split yourself across 2 caps and potentially lose half your army. So that's really important. Green takes North America. Bonuses kind of matter early in the game on the classic map, but they really don't. The sets quickly become big enough that the bonuses don't matter. But they do have 32 troops. I've only got 25, for example, and they're going to get some bonus troops. So we'll see what Green does with them later. But I'd be quite happy to let them have that bonus because they're not going to be able to roll my 18 cap. Now, again, White looks like a good player, except they left those troops off cap. That was a bit odd. All right, let's go back to the checklist. Can I win? No, I don't have enough for a cap run. When the caps are this size, you really need somewhere around 2.5 times the total of what's on the caps, minimum. When the caps are quite small, when the caps are 100 and above, it's about double. But when the caps are small, you probably want at least 2.5 times. I don't have that yet. So again, I've just made a simple move and brought my troops back home. And you can see there I'm explaining that I don't want to split myself across 2 caps. Orange may set very shortly. Now, I could have also eliminated the red player for their 3 cards. But I kind of felt that it wasn't worth it for me to go through the purple 1, 1, and 4 in order to get to the red 7 troops for their 3 cards. Because at the moment, and you'll see right now, those 3 cards are worth 4 troops. So it just wasn't worth it. I'm quite happy to make eliminations when they're not worth it from a troops point of view. But if I did that and eliminated what was going to be 13 troops from my 24 and I get 4 back, I'd probably lose 10 troops. I'd be 14 troops there. Someone could eliminate me. So with that can I kill question, it's actually can I eliminate someone safely? And by that, I mean you don't die next turn. So I was quite happy to let someone else take that elimination. That was fine by me. All right, and purple has botted out, so I've sped up their moves from now on. All right, now the green player gets to hold North America. What do they want to do with all these bonus troops? Okay, 17. That's a pretty big army. What do they do? Oh, they're going back home? Nope. You know where they're headed, ladies and gentlemen. You know where they're going. Now, if they stop here, this is actually a really good move. Ooh. That's less a good move. They've really taken a bit of a hit on their troops there. And they held 4 capitals. So they've spread themselves quite thin. They didn't make an elimination there. They didn't get any cards, and they're back down to 37 troops. What does white do?
I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Smells like victory.
Yeah, white's gone on a bit of a rampage, dropped napalm halfway across the map, said to green, no, you can't hold North America and 4 caps, so I'm going to try and take some from you. So all white's careful play has just gone. They're now on 18 troops and 4 cards, and I'm going to start asking the question whether or not I can eliminate them. But you know what? Let's just pause it here for a sec. I'm wondering if I could have asked myself the first question first, which is, can I win? Let's have a look at what's on cap. We've got 5, 11, 15 in total. As I said, you want to be at least 2.5 times for caps that are small. That's what you need for 100% rolls, give or take. And I've got to lose a few ones along the way. So, you know what? It's just 11, 15. So what would that be? About 37? Yeah, and I'd have to leave 3 behind for the fortification. I haven't got enough for the cap run. So I'm going to ask myself the next best question. Can I eliminate a player? So I've just traded in. I've got 1 card left. I can eliminate players that have got 4 cards and trade in again in turn. That's a really important rule in progressive. If you can eliminate someone and trade in turn, you can replace the troops you've lost, and then you're more than likely going to be safe from elimination. So remember, can I kill safely? So you can see orange has 14 troops and 4 cards, and they don't own a capital. That's pretty tasty. Purple's got less troops, 13, and they don't own a cap either, but 5 of their troops are stuck behind a 5 cap in Australia. Ugh, that makes it a bit more expensive. The green player also has 4 cards, but they've got 27 troops, including 11 on cap. Let's not even go there. And the white player has 18 troops with only 4 on cap. Again, I could eliminate them quite quickly as well. But as it so happens, the easiest elimination to go for there is orange. So you can see I went through the checklist. Can I win the game? No, I don't really have enough for all the cap rolls. So the next question is, can I eliminate a player safely? And you can see that my answer to this question is yes. So I don't have to go to the next question. Yeah, so I don't have to go through and ask myself the next question about how do I best improve my game. And you can see I eliminate the orange player, get their cards, and trade in turn. I also took the 1 cap that white had left at the top of Africa there, which is in Egypt. It is an awesome cap. So again, I don't know why white abandoned that for this terrible 4 cap that's kissing the green cap. You've just started a war with green as well. And here I'm just trying to work out which cap I want to put most of my troops on. And I decided to hold on to 2 caps in this case. And that's because I don't think anyone else can take these caps, and they're at war with each other. So if you're wondering why I didn't go and eliminate white there, my troops weren't in a good place. But I did go on and just hold the fort. I've just put troops on my caps. And purple... The purple bot just rolled the green cap in Indonesia and is going ham. This definitely looks like a bit of a rampage bot. They were able to trade in. I was quite happy to let them do that because my caps are pretty safe. All right. Now the green player, do they have a trade on 4? They don't, it looks like. They're still in draft phase. They're in attack phase. They didn't have a trade on 4. They're going to be sitting on 5 cards. That automatically should be prompting the question, can you eliminate them for their cards? Apparently, they didn't need a set to go after that cap, and they only lost 1 against a 4 cap. Is it just me or cap's really broken this season? I'm seeing some really horrible cap rolls this season. And again, green does break me. Again, the bonuses don't really matter. I don't mind them, they're breaking me there, but they needed to bring these other 3 troops back to cap because white is sitting there on 4 cards, which means they've got an 82% chance of a set on 4. Let's see how white plays it. Does green fortify back to cap? Nope, they like leaving 1 caps apparently. All right, so the white player, who I thought was the best player in this lobby, they were taking a card and passing early when other people were choosing crazy capitals and going ham on each other's capitals. White was actually somewhat sensible. And again, they take back a cap. Ooh, they took back another cap. So white's taken back 2 caps now. So purple is a bot. White and green are at war with each other. And again, can I win here? So with my 15 trade, look, there's even more on cap than there was before. There's 8 down near Australia. There's 13 in the Americas. That's 21 total. So I'd kind of need something like 50. I don't have enough for a cap run. All right, can I eliminate somebody? Well, as I said, I did have a trade on 3, which is pretty lucky, and someone else is on 5 cards, which means if I can eliminate them, I get to trade in turn.
All right, chums up.
Ready, guys?
Let's do this. Leroy Dragons!
Oh my god, he just ran in.
Yeah, I'm running in. All right. Now, I'm pretty slow here for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. And there's a few splits. Again, I shouldn't be leaving it with this little time. But I make it. I hit the 89% chance of a set on 3. Sorry, a 3v1. Yeah, somebody stop me. All right. Now, again, my checklist. Can I win the game? I've got 20 troops. It's not enough to roll the 9. Okay, cool. All right, can I eliminate a player? Again, I can't really eliminate white, and if I can't get through that 6 cap, I can't eliminate purple. All right, I'm just going to deploy my troops, chill, bring as many as I can back to cap, make my house safe. And I get a wild card. All right, now purple's turn. They hold on to their Australia bonus. And the purple bot continues to go ham. All right, now there's white. The other reason why I didn't think that I needed to eliminate anyone was both players were on 2 cards. The bot was on 2, white was on 2. They couldn't have a set. There's 0% chance of a set on 2 the last time I checked. All right, white player just takes a card and pass. Now again, oh my goodness, I've got 18 troops here. I could cap run here, I believe. I could cap run here. So I'd probably need about 7 there, which means I could put 25 here. Not quite 100% rolls. I think 27's 100% roll on a 10 cap. So again, they're not quite 100% rolls. Maybe I could have double tapped with my Egypt cap. That might have worked. But again, I just don't need to take the risk. Both of my opponents are on 3 cards, so they've each got a 42% chance of a set on 3. Oh, and the purple bot trades it again. Oh, my goodness. Oh. Oh, you love to see it. The bot's been my best friend in this game, haven't they? These bots. Oh, they've gone ham this game. And people going no Oz, no win. I didn't realise that this was a thing in capitals mode as well. But these caps have exchanged hands at least half a dozen times, right? It's been pretty funny. All right, and then the white player, does the white player have a set on 3? They don't. All right, now I know I've got a set on 4. I've got a wild card. So I can trade in again. And I'm going to pause the game here again. I've got 17 troops. Let's just wait for me to trade so we can see how I go. And yes, the first question you've got to ask yourself is, can I win? Ooh, did I not have a trade on 4? I'm pretty sure I did. I didn't want to use it for some reason. All right. So again, I'm pretty sure I could have won the game right there. I could have put a few troops less there to have a 100% roll and put those troops here to roll the 8 and the 2. So here's a good example of where I didn't even apply my own checklist. I was so caught up in the fact that purple was a bot and I just have to eliminate white to win the game that I forgot that there was a quicker way to win the game. And that's the win condition of owning all the caps at once. So you can see even a Grandmaster has something to learn by using this checklist. It's really useful to go through it all the time. And now, of course, I can just win the game by rolling the caps. I thought about world domming them, and then I just wasn't really worried about flexing on the bot too hard. Let's ignore that slider error. And then I just went on and rolled the cap. There can be only one. That's a Highlander reference for those of you that haven't seen that movie. I might be showing my age a bit. But yeah, so there's some good examples of how the checklist was used to progress the game, and some examples of when it wasn't used and should have been used to progress the game. So hopefully you can see how instructive it is. Let's have a look at the ranks of the players. There's 3 beginners, a novice, and as expected, White was the best player in the game at expert. Now, if you want to understand the 3 steps to winning a game that I've gone through, please go out and check this video right here. I think if you're not a Grandmaster yet, using these 3 simple steps, you can become a Grandmaster. So please go ahead and watch that video right there. I think it's probably going to be the most helpful video I ever make on how to get better at Risk. So if that sounds of interest to you, please go and check out the video. Otherwise, if you can drop a subscription, that would really help out the channel. And that way you'll get to see me whenever I produce some more content. So see you later for now, fellow noobs. Catch you in the next one. Bye.